This is a Sigma 24-70 f2.8, a favorite amongst a lot of photographers and videographers. But this lens just got the update everyone has been waiting for. So meet the brand new Sigma 24-70 f2.8 Mark II. We'll talk about what makes a 24-70 such a great lens option, what has been updated, and why I would recommend this lens for anyone wanting the best all-around lens. Now, the Sigma 24-70 has been a workhorse for many photographers and videographers over the years. Almost every videographer that I personally know that shoots with Sony have also owned this lens at some point in their career, and there's a few good reasons for that. First being its focal length. The 24-70 is hands down the most versatile lens you can have in your kit. It covers many common focal lengths from the wide end to the telephoto end, and if you're someone who shoots portraits like me, you have three super common focal lengths all in one: 24mm, 35mm, and 50mm. You can almost use a 24-70 for just about everything: portraits, landscapes, street photography, talking head setups like this, vertical content, vlogging. There's only going to be some occasions where you might need something wider, like for real estate or a better vlogging experience, or maybe a longer focal length for things like wildlife or automotive photography. And that brings me to my next point, and that's that this lens was also priced very well compared to the Sony G Master, about $1,700 cheaper than the G Master. Hence why to this day, it is still a favorite to many people. That being said, there were some things people wanted to see updated, and this new lens has pretty much received all the updates that everyone has wanted: faster autofocusing, smaller build, and lighter weight. Now, Sigma did give me early access to test out this new lens. I do have a working relationship with them, but this video specifically is not sponsored, and they have no say in the making of it. I have been testing out this lens for the past 2 weeks, and the biggest difference I noticed when shooting with this lens is its faster autofocusing compared to its original version. It's much faster, hunts a lot less, is quick and snappy, and ensures that you're getting more in-focus shots even when shooting at those faster speeds. That's thanks to its HLA linear focus motors. This is a new high-response linear focusing system Sigma has started introducing in all their new art and sport lenses since last year, and these motors are a big upgrade from the stepping motors they used to use in the original 24-70. This new linear focusing system makes its autofocusing 3 times faster, so that's probably the biggest upgrade for the Mark II. Okay, so we're testing out the autofocus on the brand new 24-70 Mark II as well as the original 24-70 to see how it compares in the real world. I already know this one is fast, but I want to show you guys the results. The lens is shorter, slimmer, and weighs 100 grams less than the original, coming in at 735 grams for the Sony version. It weighs a little more than the Sony G Master, but that lens is also $3,000. They've also improved the optical quality to minimize flare and ghosting. We now have an aperture ring instead of using your camera's dial, something the original didn't have. With that aperture ring, we also get an aperture lock switch. So if you are in the A mode controlling your aperture with your camera's dial, you can lock the ring so you stay in that mode and you don't accidentally change your aperture. We also get an aperture click switch, so you can go from hard stops to a smooth ring. We obviously have our zoom ring, an AF to MF switch, a zoom lock switch, AFL custom button, but also a new or another AFL custom button, which will control the same thing, but this one is for easier reach when shooting in vertical orientation.
Keep your head tilted the other way.
The Mark II now has a closer minimum focusing distance of 0.17 meters on the wide end and 0.34 meters on the telephoto end, which is actually closer than the tip of its own lens hood. It still takes 82mm size filters, which is great because all I own are 82mm filters, and it's available for Sony E-mount and Leica L-mount for Leica and Lumix cameras. And it comes in at $1,200 USD or $1649 Canadian. The lens is extremely sharp, almost as sharp as some of their primes, which is crazy because it is a zoom lens. And I was really happy with how these portraits turned out. One thing that I do wish is that they made this lens with internal zoom, like some of their newer lenses. I think that would have been cool, but I'm sure they would have if they could. If you're someone who is looking for one lens that can do it all, the best all-around lens, the most versatile lens, the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 Mark II is definitely the one. And I can say that because I've been using the original Sigma 24-70 for the last 2 years. And to this day, it is still the lens I recommend for anyone wanting one lens that can do it all. I've taken thousands of photos and recorded hundreds of videos with the Sigma 24-70, and it has never disappointed. Now to have the same lens with the same focal length, just smaller, lighter, better optical quality, faster autofocusing with linear focus motors, and extra features, it's an even better option than ever before. So yeah, that's that. Definitely go and check it out and let me know your thoughts on it down below. Are you going to be picking up this lens? If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more photography content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.